Hello, it's Hassan. I run a door-to-door sales agency based in the UK and with ambitions to move out into the Middle East and build something very sustainable online. Now, if you're wondering about the lack of hair, I've recently been for Umrah. If any of you don't know what that is, it's pilgrimage to Saudi Arabia. So I went to Medina for a few nights, where the Prophet, peace be upon him, he rested, and that was his city, and also to Mecca, which is where I believe that all of our prophets had visited at one point or another. God's house, that's where we went. But yeah, in light of my journey, a lot's changed over the past few weeks. Obviously, I made a video a few weeks ago about 3 lessons I've learned this year as a business owner in 2024, and the plot thickens. The plot thickens more. So I'll get into that a little bit. However, I want to tell you guys something that's really been on my mind recently, and that is that you don't need any money to start a business, especially when you're broke. Okay, so a bit about me. I was in university. I've graduated with a 2-1 from University of Manchester. I have a degree in economics. Okay, so when I was younger, obviously I had ambitions to be an investment banker. I wanted to go through the normal corporate route, but then throughout my time and my studies and my environment in university, I realised that it wasn't for me. I've worked countless jobs, for example, like Domino's, Co-op, Tesco, all these kind of stuff, warehouse jobs. I did work experience at AstraZeneca and at an accountancy firm as well. And I could just never really take orders from someone else. And when I didn't think something was sustainable, or I didn't see any real perceived benefit other than a little paycheck for me, I wouldn't be motivated. I'd always be thinking about the next step. And I'm not one of those guys that was selling sweets in school. I'm not one of those guys that particularly entrepreneurial from the day he was born. But I've always been very ambitious because my dad has always instilled a very good mindset in me. Obviously, to be very ambitious. My dad's come from Pakistan. He's a surgeon. He's worked very hard, and he's built a very good life for himself and for us. And just having that mindset. Obviously, we're not crazy rich, probably middle class, and there is times that I see my parents struggle, and there's times that I really want to help them out. So that's one of my goals as well, to retire them and make life a lot easier for them and give back for all the blessings they've given me. But yeah, my dad's always instilled me with this kind of mindset that you need to work hard, you need to try hard. I mean, his version of things was try hard in school and let all that try out. So hence I went to university, and more so kind of to please them and as a kind of a backup option. So I'm not completely hating on university if it's something that you want to do, where you want to go into banking, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be an engineer, all of that kind of stuff. Go ahead. But if you are someone like me that decided they don't want to go corporate, they've seen all the opportunity that's available online in this current climate, then if you can start learning skills young, show your parents that you can do something, you can find a way out, show them your competency, show them your drive, and show them that you don't need to go to university to make money and build a very good life for you and everyone around you. So the reason I'm saying all of this, and the reason I've brought in my past as well, is because a lot of people have this conception that, oh well, you need money to start businesses. My friend, he does property. So he does property and it's all passive. Like he just put down, he's mortgaged this house. He had to put down 10%, and now he makes like $1,000 a month from that property from doing nothing. This is a big pet peeve of mine, because it's the common problem of the lazy person to want money without having to work for it. Now, there's 2 types of people. The people that, one, don't want to go to university, don't want to follow the traditional route of 9 to 5, money making, all that kind of stuff, because they have more potential in themselves, where they believe a way out. They believe that if they put their mind to something else, they can really achieve something. And then there's number 2, the kind of lazy, ambitious person that's going to look for these quick ways out. Oh, I'm just going to crutch a crypto pump, or I'm just going to whatever money I get, I'm just going to put it into property and then do nothing. People don't realize as well, this property thing, you're going to have stress, you're going to have problems, you're going to have tenants not paying, you're going to have maintenance, upkeep, all this stuff. I've spoken to people that have done this, and it's not all what it seems, okay? So just investing money into something like that straight away isn't, I don't think is a sustainable thing in the long run. Obviously, once you've got more money and you've got capabilities and skills and all that kind of stuff, down the line, maybe you could have people managing your property portfolio, or maybe you'll have time and resources to manage your property portfolio. I'm not saying that it's not a good thing to do in the long run, but especially not when you're starting, unless you're a real estate agent and you're making commission on the deals, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so with me, I was in university in my final years when I kind of switched up, because I obviously everyone knows what university is like. You go around, you mess about, you have fun, and obviously the fun has to come to an end at some point, because I mean, not for everyone, but for me, the fun had to come to an end. I reconnected with God, Islam, alhamdulillah, and I was seeing all this stuff online about making money online. People were making crazy money. It was in like the Andrew Tate era. I'm seeing him buy a Bugatti. I'm seeing all these gurus online that they've got Lambos, supercars, all this stuff. I'm just, all these buzzwords are being thrown at me: forex, dropshipping, video editing, affiliate marketing, all of this stuff. And I was like, right, fine. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna pursue. So I started out with whatever little money I had, invested in like forex signals, these kind of things. Obviously that was it didn't go well. I think with forex as well, it's not something that where you just, oh, I'm going to follow these signals and I'm going to get rich. No, it takes work, it takes capability, and I think you actually need to understand that stuff, as opposed to like crypto, where you can kind of put money in it. If for example, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, you know these things are going to go up, so you don't need to know too much about it. But trading forex, you need to know stuff. You need to have money that you're willing to lose. Whereas I had like 500 quid. I just spunk it all on an account and some free signals, and never really got anywhere. So I've did that for a little bit, a few months, blew about 3 accounts, probably lost about 2 grand. And then I was like, right, screw this. I need to do something where I'm not losing money. It was still good. It still showed me how people can make money online. I know that other people were making money, especially the guy probably selling the course or signals or had the affiliation with the broker. That guy was making money. So just putting myself in that environment, looking around and thinking, right, people are making money on this online thing, and I need to learn more. So then I noticed that obviously with the growth of Instagram Reels, TikTok, all these things, people are out there editing the videos. And I came across, well, my brother actually, he started affiliating for Tate. He joined the real world, and I was like, right, fine, I'll give this a go as well. So we started making videos, we were editing them, and obviously I'm not the most creative person. I'm more of an action guy. I'm more of I do things fast. I feel like the more work that I put in, the more I'll yield as a result. So my creative side wasn't the best, and when I did this video editing, I did it for a while, obviously made no money, doing the affiliate marketing, all that kind of stuff. I was struggling to get mad views, but I'd still learned a skill. I've still got very basic knowledge in editing videos, and that was also just like my second step towards making money on this online thing. So following on from that, I'd finished university at this point, and I was still doing a bit of the video editing, but not too much. And I thought, right, I'm in pretty good shape. I'm gonna get in better shape this summer. So I'm gonna go and learn TikTok branding. I'm gonna go and try and blow an account on TikTok of me just training in the gym, voiceovers, how to do these workouts, what to eat, all this kind of stuff. And then I was doing a bit of talking and advice, that kind of stuff as well. So I grew an account to maybe like 500 followers, nothing crazy. But then again, I'd also learned the skills of patience, resistance, video editing, and then my creative side came into play a little bit with the social media. All of these things, by the way, apart from the Forex, cost no money. So I was learning skills, acquiring skills, and as a poor man at the time, I had no money, but I had an abundance of time. And time is a massive resource, because if you can invest it correctly, you can yield massive returns, and that's all you can do when you're poor or you're broke. So that's what I was doing. I was just leveraging my time consistently, trying to become better. So I kept it up with a personal brand on TikTok. Didn't really get to massive heights with it, obviously. And as time went on, I decided to join a job. I needed some money. I knew that if I learned sales, I knew how to sell, and I knew I wanted to go into business in the future as well. So I was like, right, there's this sales job. I was selling like tools and machinery, business to business, for companies doing like big projects and stuff. So I joined that. I didn't have the best time, but I was learning skills, and I was finally closing deals, and I was making a little bit of money. So I had a 25k basic, and then I think 5 or 10% commission on anything closed. So not too bad, and I was finally learning the actual skills of sales, how to make money, and I had some residual income coming in. And then whilst I was on TikTok, I was just scrolling through the algorithm one day. I come across this guy. He's doing this thing called appointment setting. So appointment setting, if any of you don't know, is in the high ticket remote sales space. In this, you basically you find coaches and consultants, these kind of people, these gurus that sell offers or courses online. For example, let's say they sell fitness coaching. You outreach to them, tell them that you're commission based, and you want to help them book more calls, book more sales calls, so that they can close them. So you're basically lead generating for them. And that's what I wanted to do, because I saw people online that were saying you can make 3 to 5k a month from this on your phone. So I reached out to the guy whose video it was. I joined his community with the little money that I was making from my 9 to 5. I joined his community for £500. And it had a full comprehensive course of how to do this appointment setting, all of that. So within a couple of weeks of that, I'd landed 2 offers, one with a fitness coach and 2 with a growth consultant. And I was running both their Instagram and Facebook accounts, just trying to book calls, trying to book leads. And I must have done that for about 3 months. Still doing the TikTok personal branding on top, and my 9 to 5. All pretty much, let's say I've invested 500 quid into this whole thing. So I've not even got a business yet. And I learned a lot of valuable skills. It taught me resilience. It taught me my own personal work ethic. It taught me, it brought me into this online sales space. I didn't know people were making money like this. I didn't know how the whole course thing worked. But then I'd learned this easily over the past few months. So I think just getting your foot in the door with these things when you don't know what you want to do. I think when you don't know what you want to do and you have an abundance of time on your hands, that's the time to go lethal with it. That's the time to try everything, because you don't know what you're going to be good at. For me, I realized I found fulfillment and enjoyment in sales, because I knew that would be the backbone of any business that I go into. So when I was doing this, I didn't make much money. I'll take accountability on my part. Obviously, I was new to it, but the growth consultancy firm I was working with, their closer was terrible, and there wasn't much advice on like their ideal client. So I was booking people for calls, and then I was qualifying them, making sure they had enough money for the call, for the course. And yeah, like, it was okay. I was booking calls, I was seeing results, but not many of the calls would get closed. So I wasn't making money because it was commission only, and it was the same for the fitness coach. So I still did it for a few months. Obviously, when you're commission only, people aren't going to get rid of you because you're not costing them money until they've made the sales. So I still did that, still stuck it out. And then finally, I got approached with this door-to-door sales offer from someone that I knew from university. And then that's when I started making real money. But throughout this whole period, I spent no money. I spent the £500 to join the community. I spent no money on the door-to-door other than just transport, travel, and I picked that up very, very, very fast because I'd already been in sales for a few months at this point, and it was at my tether's edge because I knew how much money, basically, with the door-to-door, there was two kind of income streams from it. Is one, do your own sales and obviously make money from that, but you also had a good team building structure where if you built your own sales team and scaled your own sales team, the earning potential is crazy. Steady 6 figures up to hitting the 7-figure mark as well, all just dependent on your efforts. Now, what these past few months prior to this did was teach me that I can put in inputs and not get paid. I don't care about the money right now. I care about the skills and I care about the inputs, because I know that the more inputs I put in, I'm eventually going to get paid. So that's what that prepped me for, and I believe that was God's plan in helping me get to that point. So now, obviously, with a door-to-door sales agency, I worked under this guy for a while, from October 2023 until about December. I became the top seller in the country in December 2023, and I'd already built a team of 8 people, which was unheard of, because I was just hitting it relentlessly. I'd learned the skills from the appointment setting, of how to outreach to people, how to deal with people in the DMs. I'd learned skills like marketing through Instagram stories and all this stuff from the video editing and the TikTok personal brand, and then I'd put all of the skills together combined to become an absolute weapon of war in the door-to-door sales space. So I started that. Obviously, I picked it up well, and alhamdulillah, I've started making good money. Flew out to Dubai, had a bit of fun there, rented out some supercars, and from then on, the team grew exponentially. That was January I went to Dubai, and then I started my own company in February 2024. Now, if you watch my older video, you'll see we had a lot of issues with that throughout February 2024. But now it's coming to the point where things are looking a lot more optimistic. We're working with better suppliers. We've got a good system here, and my partners as well, they're very switched on. We're building a really good system. I think we're going to outcompete everybody. But the moral of the story is, you don't need money to start a business. This door-to-door business that I started, I invested nothing because it's commission only as well. So all that you need is your skills, and you need the time to put in. So all I had to do was build our group chats, have some form of processing the deals. So initially we had paper forms that we would send on to the relevant people so they can process our deal, our suppliers. And because we sell boilers and insulation, so we had to send on the applications to whoever our supplier was. Easy, no setup cost. I mean, the only thing you have to pay for was forms. Airbnbs and all that kind of stuff was provided for by the supplier. Let's say we had to go out to a different point in the country, and yeah, the only thing that I'd spend money on was food and shelter. That's it, and petrol. So we kept the costs very, very, very low, and inshallah, I'm at the point now where I'll become a 7-figure entrepreneur in this next year. We've already generated profit for me with about 400k minimum worth of deals that should look to install over the next few months. And now that we've started our own company again, I've merged with some business partners. We've looked to make our systems a lot more efficient. So now that we have money coming into the business, now that our deals are getting installed, now's the time where I can start to invest into this stuff. I've just bought a new phone because I want to take content more seriously. I've just bought, we're about to buy a new tracking system for all of our deals. So when the boilers are installed and stuff, we have live updates. Now the installer we're working with now, they've already got this really good tracking system, but we want it more efficient, and we want it on our website. So then we're going to buy the website, buy the AI integrating software to make sure the tracker's really good. Another thing, when I started making a little bit of money, is I invested in the office. If you can see it behind me, this is the office here. And obviously I've had my car as well, which is important for image. So I've invested in these things very slowly as the money's come in. But as for an upfront cost at the start, you don't need to have any. You genuinely don't. Like that's my kind of issue with starting out on something like e-commerce or whatever, where you have to run ads, you have to pay for products, you have to pay for all this kind of stuff, but you have no money. You have no money to even start running the ads, so it's a massive risk. And I've taken massive risk over the past few months, the past year, and I've managed to keep my costs very low. I'd say I've probably spent about 15 to 20k this year, that's it. And I'm not saying that to be, I'm not going to be like a stingy guy. Once my income is really up there, then I'm going to be splashing cash, investing in myself, investing in all that kind of stuff, investing in the lifestyle, looking after the people close to me. But the point is, when you're first starting out, you have an abundance of time and you have a massive lack of money. So you need to spend the time that you have in acquiring skills and knowledge and applying those skills and knowledge into things that are going to benefit you. I didn't know in 2023 that the video editing and the appointment setting and the sales would help me to this extent that it has now, but it really has. And that's because I just used my time effectively, and worked like a dog. That's all I did. That's all I did. That's all I wanted to do. I was just obsessed. I'm still obsessed, because I'm not where I want to be yet. I don't think I'll ever be where I want to be. Even when I've got these millions, there's always a new mountain to climb, and that's what's so exciting about this stuff. And then eventually, once I have the money, I'm then going to be looking to buy back my time, because time and money are linked. And the rich man's problem is that he has money but no time, so he tries to buy back time. And the poor man's problem is that he's got time but no money, so he needs to use his time to make money. Okay, so don't go out investing 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand in starting a business, or I'm gonna do some property and make money passively, when you don't know what you're doing yet. Use your time to acquire skills, and whatever little money you do have, invest in yourself, invest in some skills. And then once you do get to the point where you're making decent money, invest in your reputation. So I've got a nice Audi here. It's not a crazy car, but it makes me look put together. I've got this D&G watch on right now. I'm going to buy a Rolex soon, inshallah, over the next few months, and that's going to increase my reputation. I've invested a lot of time and energy into the business. People will only respect you when they see that you're working hard and that you're knowledgeable. You can't go into a business with having no skills. The way you learn those skills is by maybe doing them in someone else's business, for example, working in someone's sales department, or you can take the leap and learn it yourself. But if it's something like sales, you definitely need some experience to start with, and then figure it out along the way. That's all that I've done. That's all that I've done. Whereas if you're doing like e-commerce or something, or Forex, you're still going to be trial and error, but you're spending money to do it, unless you're doing the Forex thing where you're what's it called, where you like pass the challenges, that kind of stuff. But yeah, the point is, don't spend money that you don't have when you're not anywhere near the position you want to be in. When you are broke, you have an abundance of time, and you need to carry that forward and become the man that you want to be, and then everything else will manifest itself in your business and your life, because the efforts that you put in, they're going to be directly received. Okay, now I hope that helped. Hopefully I didn't witter on for too long. There's going to be more videos like this. I want to give more insights. I want to be more consistent on here as well, and hopefully my hair grows back soon, because I'll check the hairline. This is what a little while with not getting paid did to me, but it's gonna grow back, and then hopefully I'll have some money for a hair transplant. So inshallah, fingers crossed. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Do you need time to do you need money to start a business, or can you do it the way that I said? What would you prefer? Let me know. Bosh.